Hi, Scottish Mudlarking here with Nicole and Craig. We've come to Kirkcaldy and usually we do look for jewellery quality sea glass, but today we are going to look for some craft quality sea glass, and I'm also going to tell you the difference, and then I'm going to do a lovely wee art project with our finds. So let's see what we can find.
So, as Nicole said, we're looking for craft quality stuff today. Nicole has a wee project in mind that she wants to get cracking on with. So let's see what we can find. Now, always the kiln furniture. I'm not sure if that can be used in the kind of thing that Nicole wants to do, so I'll take it anyway. Now, here's a tiny wee blue bit. It's I don't know if that's craft quality or if that's better than craft quality, but it's a wee bit of blue, so we can't leave that behind. And that is a lovely, lovely, lovely wee bit of glass. You see that? It's a wee bit of bonfire glass, and it's a beautiful sea foam colour as well. Now, I don't think that does constitute craft quality glass. I think that's a bit too special for that. But I don't know. Maybe these are the kinds of things that Nicole can integrate into that project. We'll just see. That's more of these, the wee Thor's hammers. That one's quite interesting. Looks like somebody's been chewing at it. Maybe a wee dug. Now, actually, I think before I go away today and before I hand the camera over to Nicole, I'll take a wee minute to have a look at the waves coming in. But whilst we're here, we shall just collect lots and lots of nice wee bits of sea glass. Lovely. Now, I'm not going to try and define the difference between craft glass and jewellery making quality. This is an interesting piece though. That I would say was probably jewellery making quality. There's not a single edge on that that hasn't been beautifully softened by its time in the sea and coming ashore. So that, I think, is a really nice wee piece of sea glass. I wouldn't say that that was craft quality, but maybe Nicole will see it differently. Do you know, I don't know why I'm collecting the kiln stilts today. There is an absolute ton of them. Let's see. Kiln stilt, kiln stilt, kiln stilt, kiln stilt, kiln stilt here. Don't have to look too far to see another one there, 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 one over there. They're absolutely everywhere. I mean, if you get yourself along to Kirkcaldy and you don't find a kiln stilt, that would be the amazing thing, really. So you got one there, I'll throw that there, and you can see it's just dropped between two others. That's how many of them there are. They're absolutely everywhere. And if you don't know what kiln stilts are and you want to, then check out our video on Kirkcaldy's potteries, and it will explain exactly what these things were used for inside the old kilns that used to fire up here, make the sky kind of grey with soot and dirt, and produce some amazing pottery that went all the way around the world. So much of this stuff though. Now, I can see Nicole is up there by the bun. So what I'll do is I'll make my way up towards Nicole, searching as I go through this scree, and then I'll hand over to Nicole. So you'll maybe have to put up with me for another couple of minutes. But what else do we do? Check that out. That's a really, really chunky wee piece of glass. There's another wee piece, not... Well, yeah, it's quite a different colour actually. But this, I'm not sure if this is lavendering or not. So I'll just grab this whilst I'm here. That's quite interesting. There's a little nick in that. I'm not sure if you can see that. Quite an interesting wee feature. But this piece here, that appears to be lavendering. This one. So I'll grab 3 pieces here. There's this piece, just an interesting wee bit of pottery. 3 pieces of seafoam. It's my bottleneck. You know, whenever I get back for the beach, I always end up with pockets full of this coal dust that we get along the Fife coast. A wee bit of a nuisance. Another wee bottleneck there. Nice wee one. Now can you see that? Tiniest bit of blue glass. Absolutely tiny. Take this bottleneck there. Now that blue bit, if I put that in my pocket, that's just going to vanish. It'll just slip in between the stitches and in the seams, and we'll never find it again. So I shall try to hang on to that in my hand and pass that on to Nicole when we catch up with her. Which I think, given how slim the pickings are getting here now, isn't going to be very long from now. Oh, what's that? Is that stone? I think this is actually a wee bit of paint or maybe plastic from the finish on a buoy, or maybe even from a boat. Not too sure, but we shall take it. Another wee bit of plastic there. Always nice to get this stuff off the beach, and that's maybe the kind of thing that might make an interesting feature as well in one of these shadow frame artworks that Nicole does. So definitely got to take that. Everything has a use, everything has a purpose. Now there's actually a fair wee bit more people here today than we're used to, but Kirkcaldy Beach being the size it is, there is plenty room for everyone, and because of the nature of the industry that used to take place here, there's also plenty fines for everyone as well. Now there, I'll take this wee kiln stilt because it's Nicole's favourite one. It's the wee pyramid one. See that? Let's have that. Still trying to hang on to that wee bit of blue. Now I'll see if I can get some of this stuff in my pocket because it's starting to fill up my hands. But as I say, I don't want my pockets to be chock-a-block full of grit. A wee bit of seafoam down there. Gotta take that. Yeah, it's all this grit that you can see on my fingers and just clinging onto the glass there. Try and sieve it a little bit. But no, it always ends up in the pocket. You always end up with gritty pockets after a day at the beach. So, just catching up with Nicole. We just had a wee hello there with another friend of the channel, so it's always lovely when people come out and say hello, isn't it?
Yeah, do say hello, because we obviously don't know what you look like, but you probably know what we look like, so do come and say hello.
And it's always nice. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pass over what I've found, and we'll take a very, very quick look at that. Now some of this I don't think constitutes craft glass, and some of it I think can just go straight back onto the beach, and I'm thinking of these because I don't think we're collecting them now, but I had thought that one looks like a wee doggy's been having a chew at it or something.
It really does, yeah. It looks like there's bite marks on it, but I dare say nobody can chew at these things because they're so incredibly hard. If you ever find one and you drill one, you know what I mean. So yes, that's some kiln furniture. We probably won't use that in our art this time around, not these bits, but we might use one of these pyramids. I really like that you found a bit of a bonfire glass, because I've also found one piece, and we very rarely find that these days. That's a really cute bit of plastic there.
Yeah,
and
I thought that's the kind of thing that could end up in a little shadow frame project.
Yeah, I think so, and I think I'm due to maybe make a couple of more. This is a lovely piece of blue, and yeah, you're right. Most of these are actually really lovely frosted and probably not craft glass, but we're going to take a couple of these for our art project.
Yeah, and the rest of them, well, we'll take some of them maybe for jewellery, but in the main, as I say today, I always have my eye peeled out looking for the nicest bits of glass that I can find. Yeah. And it's maybe compromised me for finding more of the the crafty pieces that you're looking for. So I think what I'll do at this point is I'm going to hand over the camera. I'm going to go away and have a wee lie down.
Yeah.
And I'll let you collect all the bits that you need for your project.
Yeah, see what I can find.
Okie dokes, that's me away then.
So, well, that's me with the camera, and Craig's just probably going to have a wee sip of a hot chocolate, and I'm going to have a look around here. And I've just spotted something, and I think it might just be a bit of a mussel shell. It's always worth taking a closer look, and as I'm getting closer, I'm thinking that was a good idea. Can you see it? It's right here. I'm going to just pick that up and see. Yes, it is what I thought it would be. I hope you can see it as well. I'm going to try and put it here so you can maybe see it. Okay, so it's a part of a bead, and it's a kind of blue and white bead, and there's a wee hole there. I'm going to turn it around. You can maybe see that it's a bead a little bit better. Just here. It's such a shame that it's broken, but you know, it might just be perfect for a wee art project today, so I'm just going to take that and keep looking. Now, what we're actually looking for today are just aren't really the perfect pieces. What I need are a couple of pieces of pottery that could be plain, and a couple of pieces of sea glass. Now, this looks like another piece of bonfire glass. That's very unusual. We used to find a lot of bonfire glass here, but as of late, in the last few years, we've not really been finding any bonfire glass, so it's a very welcome find. Now let's see, pottery wise, what are we looking for? There's a lovely brown piece here. Is this that? Oh, now that is perfect. That is absolutely exactly what I'm looking for, and it's actually in much better condition than just craft pottery, but I'm just going to take this one. And oh, there's another find. Can you see it? It's just right there. It does look like a bit of pottery, and amongst all the, I'm going to zoom out again, amongst all the kiln furniture here, you could mistake that as a bit of kiln furniture, but it's not. Look, it's a clay pipes tin. How cool is that? I would have never seen that if I hadn't went to pick up that brown piece of pottery. There you are. Now that's two or three very good finds already. And let's see, what else could we use in that wee art project? Maybe try a couple of plain pottery pieces. There's a white piece here. Just kind of maybe hoping for a bit more of coloured pieces, and I'll tell you what I'm looking to make. What I'm looking to make is a little a framed piece, and I want to make some plant pots out of the pottery and then draw plants around it. Oh, look. Now that could just be the perfect piece. Let's see. Yep. Oh, that's really nice. It's a nice splash of colour, and we're going to take that. So I need some pieces of pottery and some glass pieces, and maybe a few pieces of driftwood, but I think I'll probably use some driftwood that I have at home because it actually takes ages to dry out. But here, there's a little treasure trail here, and that's almost going to provide everything that we need in terms of pottery. Oh, okay, zoom out a bit. So we'll start here. It's this piece here. Now this is a piece of the 1000 pattern by the Methven pottery, and look, it's beautiful. It has two sides. Might use this side because imagine that looks like a vase, doesn't it? Can you imagine that as a vase? I can. And then there's another piece here, and this looks more like it might be a bit of spongeware. Lovely blue and white. Now that could actually be a really nice earring. I'm not looking for jewellery quality today, but if we come across it, we will certainly take it. Now there's a piece with a red stripe, and I did see there's a lovely piece there with a little bit of blue on it. So look at that. Some really lovely colourful pieces already. So I think, oh, there's another. So this is just the beach that keeps giving. That's Kirkcaldy. Oh, look. Some lovely pieces here. Look. Oh, I'm always so amazed at the generosity of the beach. So, okay, we found quite a few lovely pieces now. Now I think I would really like to have a couple of pieces of glass now, just so it's not just all pottery, but that there's a bit of a variety. And if we can find, actually we could use possibly some really small thin pieces for some leaves. I was thinking of drawing the leaves in with watercolour paint, but we could also use a couple of pieces of glass. I think that would also look really lovely. I'm trying to think if shells would also look quite nice in that wee frame. Might just take a couple along, just so that I've got the choice, because I don't really keep very many shells in the house as such. Maybe take a couple of these tiny ones here. What else? Can you see other shells? Maybe this bit here. You know, sometimes you see it at the beach and you think, oh, what could you possibly do with that? But once you sit down and have all your craft materials and your idea in your head, the creative energy just seems to sort of flow out onto your canvas, if you want. Now that might be a bit too chunky. I might leave that here. I don't want the pieces to be too thick as such. Tiny blue piece here. Okay. Right, so I'm actually near the teal bun today, and you can see it's been raining, and we've had that huge massive storm, which thankfully we haven't had a lot of wind lately. But today I'm going to show you something. Ta-da! I'm actually wearing my wellies, and I had considered looking around in the burn, but the burn is a lot faster today, so I might just go around and have a wee look at the edge here. So I'm just at the edge right of this wee burn here, and I'm just going to have a look and see what I can find. Now there is a piece that also looks like a shell again, but it does have an almost, I want to say, awkward hue. This piece here. Okay, now that's definitely something. That's not a shell. Oh, do you know what it is? It's actually as part of a button. We're going to have to take a really nice photo of that, because you can probably not make out that there's a little bit of pattern inside there. So let's take that along, put it in our finds bag, and maybe look at this. Oh, that's a little bit too crafty. We want craft glass, but we don't really want it shiny. So I think maybe I'll take, no, this bit is carved. I'm looking for flat pieces. Okay, let's see. Just going to pop that wee button away in my bag and make my way just towards the water there and see if there's anything there. I might even have a wee look in the burn, because today, step in the burn and look around in here, and it's not cold. And there's something there. Let's see what that is. Is it anything? Oh, it's got a beautiful colour. Oh, it's actually, I think it's plastic. Well, we'll take that. See all this, most of this white stuff, that's all kiln furniture here. Take it, see, there's a bit of here, there's a bit of a teapot, this is a very large piece of a bowl, clean. Oh, and maybe you've just noticed in here, ooh, there's a lovely piece of green pottery, look, and it's got an amazing flower pattern. It's a really big flower actually, and that's the centre of the flower. Would have been the inner part of the plate. Now I think if we soak that in lemon juice and our cleaning method, then that should come up really nice, and that might actually become a pendant. So it's a good thing I'm wearing my wellies today. Now let's have a look, see what else is here. I think that's the piece I've just picked up. There's a bit of a jam jar. Ooh, there's a really big piece of a jam jar. Yeah, despite wearing the wellies, ooh, a big chunk. It's very cold here in the burn, so I think that's maybe my time up from the burn. I'll look on the edge here. And there's a bit here. That might work quite well. It might be a bit too big for a plant pot, but I'll take that along. And like I say, I was actually looking for some coloured glass. Now I'm a little bit distracted there, and I don't know if that is a marble in there. I don't think it is. No! No way! Can you believe this? I'm looking in the burn, and what I'm finding, instead of just clay, is this amazing clay marble. Look at that. Oh, I've been rewarded. Thank you. Thank you, C and Tealburn. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. If you know, please let me know in the comments. But look. Oh, that's just amazing. It's a marble. Look at that. I am just so chuffed. I would have never seen this if I hadn't brought my wellies today, so. Well, I'm standing in the burn again, and I've noticed that because the water is coming in, probably see that just from there, that you actually get the water flowing the other way around, at least occasionally. But now, I think we've only got a few minutes before we are going to get cut off. Now there's a bit of really, really lovely brown sea glass. Now that's actually very nice. I think I'm going to take that. Might take this, what looks like, no, it's clear glass. I'll take that as well. And There's a wee heart. Look at that. Perfect. The heart of the sea. I always love the heart of the sea, even it's a little bit of a rudimentary heart. You can see the water is coming in here now. Okay, yeah, right, that's the sea very gently telling me that I should really get out of this area now, because it's just going to flood this area. So let's just walk away, let the sea do its thing. Nice. Looks like that's a tiny piece of pottery there. I might take that. Might come in handy, who knows? Oh, look, there's a bit of a red piece of spongeware. That's certainly going to be a really nice flash of colour. And I've got the vision of the art project in my head already, and I'm hoping it'll look exactly like what I've got planned once it's in the frame. And then I think it'll probably just be one piece, and we'll pop that on our Etsy shop, and you know where to find it. Now there's a lovely tiny piece of blue here. Might just take that. Let's see if we can find something else. Oh, there's actually, oops. Okay, right. Hey, let's see what Craig's up.
So, just catching up with Nicole, walking towards it, and then I see this. What is it? What's that? What is it?
Oh, is it part of a bottleneck?
I think it's, well, I don't know.
Ah.
It looks like it's been embossed, so I don't know if there's letters there, or what this,
It could be.
what this marking is, I don't know.
Yeah.
You found what looks like pirate glass, but with lots of gouges.
Yeah, look, we've got 3 different shades of green here, and if you asked me, or you know, if you were being asked, then you wouldn't necessarily say that's all green, but it's all green. So we'll maybe take this piece here. I think that might come in quite handy for the art project.
It's an interesting shape.
Yeah, it's really nice, and maybe actually this one as well. So, because I'm not entirely sure how many pieces I need, and it's always better to have a choice.
Yeah, do you know what as well? I think we should maybe try and get out of this area, because the water's coming in quite fast, and just over here you can see a new burn seems to have formed.
Yeah.
And what's happening there is that burn is joining up with the other burn, which is just a few meters on the other side of that. So I'm going to walk over there and just show you how close it is. But clearly this is the way that the water's coming in now. And this little islet, I'm going to call this an islet. Should we call this an islet, this area here?
The island of Kirkcaldy.
This is our little islet. Now the islet is about to be, it's about to go, basically, because the water's coming in here. It's cutting a new channel there, and as you can see, oh, Nicole's found a wee bit of pottery there. We'll take a quick look at that, and hopefully we'll not get cut off whilst we do.
Yeah,
Let's grab that. Now, as I say, that water's coming in, and as you can see, just a very short distance in front of that is the burn, and what we don't want is to be trapped when this area here just fills out with water. So we'll take a look at our best finds of the day. Oh, check it out, there you go. There's an interesting wee bit of a kiln stilt there. Now that's more than you normally see them. You normally see either this structure here or the Thor's hammer. Now what you can see when you look at it like that is that's how they sat, and plates would sit on top of these like that, so they'd be spaced in the kiln so that they could fire properly. I'm getting a bit hoarse. Now we'll leave that, but what we might take is this teeny weeny wee bit of spongeware.
That is so cute. I want to see it's an earring. Look, I'm taking it.
Nicole's making earrings, folks. I know we're doing an art project, but Nicole's somewhat determined to make earrings out of tiny pieces of pottery.
Well, it's getting a wee bit parky and the water is coming in, so I think it's probably about time that we took a look at our best finds of the day and see if we've got enough pieces for that wee art project.
Well, Nicole's set up our best finds of the day, and I have 2 wee things to add.
Okay.
There we go. 2 wee things there. Now one of them, quite interesting, this piece here has got quite an interesting little pattern on it.
Oh yeah, it's almost like a star or something. I can feel it. It's a kind of three-dimensional pattern. And what's that you found
Well,
there?
this is the piece that I wanted to focus on because it's a book. Oh, now,
Okay.
enough of the silliness. Enough of the silliness. This is our best finds of the day, and maybe Nicole can take just a moment to talk us through them.
Yeah, well, there's actually quite a few really lovely pieces, and we hadn't been looking for lovely pieces. So there's a few bonfire pieces we found today. This piece is lavendering. There's really nice pieces for pottery. There's this 1000 pattern from the Methven pottery. Star finds of the day is there's a piece of clay pipe.
Now, we don't find clay pipe stems here.
No.
Not very often, so that really is quite special. But of course, you know, this whole area would have been very, very, very active back in the past. So, you know, it is surprising then that we don't find lots and lots and lots more of this kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, the clay pipes are quite fragile, so I think all the pipe bowls are probably broken. And you probably can't really see it, but there's tiny pieces in the middle there. The one on the left, that's a partial bead, and the piece to the right, that is actually a partial button, and it has a really lovely pattern inside. And yes,
And that's a marble.
it is indeed. And yeah, I couldn't believe my luck when I found that in the burn. I thought it was just a lump of clay, which it is technically, but it turns out it's a lovely clay marble. So all in, I am super chuffed.
I think the thing that we need to remember about this as well is the great Billy Connolly once said, if it wasn't for my wellies, where would I be? And of course Nicole would not have got into the burn if it wasn't for my wellies. Anyway, let's gather this all up then, and we'll get ourselves back off to the car.
Yeah.
Well, that's our wee eyelet. It's gone. It's underneath the water there. You can maybe just, no, you can't see it at all. That's the last of it. And that was the wee burn that's joining into this burn here. So I think that's us then. Off to the car.
Now, we had a really amazing day here in Kirkcaldy, and I'm really happy that I found that amazing marble. Now, it only remains for me to say thank you so much for watching, liking and commenting. If you haven't subscribed yet, please take a minute to subscribe. An extra special thanks goes out to everybody who's been supporting the channel through Etsy and through your Ko-fi donations. That makes a massive difference and it keeps the lights on. See you next week!